Hi, Madhupriya.
Yes, hi Harish, Anusha here.
Sorry, Anusha. Actually, I've joined in between.
Okay.
So I learned that you have given an opportunity to interview Akshay, and you have given cover letter of Akshay to read out and to ask the questions accordingly. Am
Yes.
I correct?
Yes. Yes, yes.
Hello, guys. My voice is audible.
Yes, you are audible.
Right.
Clearly.
Yeah, shall I ask a question, Akshay?
Yeah, please go ahead, Harish.
Yeah. Okay. Could you please explain your project
Okay.
and
As
what are the
hmm,
particular areas you have been worked on?
yeah. So, coming to the cover letter, as it's mentioned, that I was in this role from past 6+ years in facilities and logistics management is what we handle. So, what we do in that is we handle all the business functionings on a day-to-day basis. So, I am hired for the role which is called as a business analyst, but the designation is called as a process associate because in CBRE, the firm where I work, when we outsource ourselves to the other company, now the outsource company where I'm working from past 6 years is Microsoft. So when we outsource, it changes into a process associate. So as you have asked, what is the day-to-day activities? So coming to the day-to-day activities, it would be handling of the Microsoft buildings throughout the world, wherever they are Microsoft buildings. So in India, roughly we have around 5 to 6 Microsoft buildings. So same as the project starts, it states more than 355 buildings overall the world. So whatever the issues the employees, or for us it is called as a requester, whatever they face in the building. So for example, if they are sitting in a room in their cabin and the cabin receptors are not working properly, so we have a facilities website. It is called as gfsc.com. They go into that website, they request that this so and so room, this so and so building, this is my alias or the contact id, and the receptors are not working in this room. So when the requester raises that request, we receive it in a form of a ticket, priority ticket, either a P1, a P2, or P3. So receiving of the ticket, we need a tool. So for that tool, we used 8 by 8 transaction tool before, which was an outsourced tool before COVID. So what the 8 by 8 does is whatever the request is raised by the customer, it is received by the 8 by 8 tool. So we are able to answer the ticket in the 8 by 8 tool, either to answer or reject basically. So we have to answer it. We do not have an option to reject it. In unforeseen situations, we can. So because it's in priority 1 or 2. So when we answer the ticket, we get the ticket number, we get the ticket details, we get the building number, building details. What is the issue? So taking that ticket number, we forward it to CRM, which is Customer Relationship Management tool, and we retrieve the data from there and we send it to the tier 1 team, whoever is handling that particular team. Suppose if the problem is from Bangalore building, we take the ticket number, we render it in CRM, we see the details, what all the details are there, then we forward it to the Bangalore team. So there is a point of contact, this POC also for Bangalore team. We have to send it for the India region. So if it is the same way, if it is for Paris EC, then we have to send it for the Paris region. So that is what is called as facilities management and managing the buildings throughout the world sitting in India. So this, we have a team of 12, only 12 people, and we handle the requests throughout the world. So this is my day-to-day activity where we receive and we follow. Being the senior most employee in the particular firm at the moment and particular project, I'm taking care of all the business activities on a day-to-day basis. So we had two major transitions. As I said earlier, it is 8 by 8. We changed that to ice bar for cutting down the cost, as mentioned in the cover letter. Post that, now we are following the ice bar to CRM transition. So this is my overall view. I hope you understood. If you have any doubts, you can let me know.
Uh, Hi, Akshay. Good morning. This is Harish.
Yeah, good morning, Harish.
Yeah, it was a nice explanation you have given about your BAU, how exactly it works, is it not?
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
So this is the process which is already, the to be process. You have worked on a transition, and thereafter this is a new process which is being built on. Is it?
Yes, yeah, yes. It's not a completely new process, Harish. Actually, we are working in the same process from past around. The project is there from a past around 10 years. So from the year 2013, 14, since where the project has initially started with 8x8, we have just have the transition because of the cost cutting, because we are cost generating project actually to Microsoft. So that's the reason, to cut the cost, we had transitioned it to a level down tool, because we do not need, as I've mentioned, the team size and the tool usage size is very small for us.
Mhm.
So we just use the features like chat or a chatbot or phone, email, or the contact ID. So the team we are mentioning is very small. So for that, we do not need different tools. 8x8 has different variety of tools which we have to use. So to cut down the cost, we have transitioned or stepped down to Icebar transition, Icebar tool, where we have the level down, but all the features and requirements are the same. So it was a very single page of requirements done, because it was very spot on what all we need. So that's just a transition, but the tools and everything is the same.
Okay. So
Yeah.
fine. So whatever the as is process was there, this is a to be process which I have done, and so I understood that there was a cut down in the cost, whatever
Correct.
it was there
Correct.
previously, and now you have the cost advantage. Is it?
Yes. We have the cost advantage where we can have an increased number of employees who are working for the team. Even if we get more day-to-day activities, we can manage now, because we have the cost advantage where we can hire new employees, and we can get that work done. So that was the complete idea, because we are cost generating, no? So we are given as a contract. So if we generate more cost, then the team Microsoft, the client Microsoft, would hire the other giants like their JLL, their other few giants who are taking care of the logistics and facilities. So to be competitive there, we had stepped down our tool for what the requirements are, and we are continuing the process.
Okay, actually.
Yeah.
So coming back to the transition, what you have done. So
Correct.
first, we would like to understand what is the SDLC model you have used
Okay.
for this project.
Yeah. So, sorry. So, coming to the first project which we have completed, that was the Icebar transition, Ice 8x8 to Icebar transition. So, we followed the waterfall methodology actually, because as the waterfall methodology suggests that we need, if whenever there is a spot on uh, uh, requirements done, and what all the requirements are very clear, so we could clearly follow a waterfall run. So the reason the transition was done in waterfall methodology is because the stakeholders, the business case document was already pre-written or prerequisite because of the process we are following. So what all we did here is, the reason, because I was just a fresher when the project was started, because I've just got hired from the campus hire. So I was directly in contact with my senior BA, where I was observing. Observation was the main criteria what I followed, where how the waterfall process was taking care. I was very fortunate enough to get into an observation mode, where I had clear understanding on what is a BRD, what is an FRD, because these are the main documents which my team usually goes forward. So what we have done in Waterfall is, with the assistance of my senior BA, I have created a business case document where it was further referred by him and forwarded to the client. Then I had a stakeholder analysis, basically having a brainstorming method where everybody are actually a tenured employee. So preparing a brainstorming and interview was selecting those elicitation was very clear to us, followed by the RASI matrix, because our RASI coming to the RASI, we just have a client Microsoft. So stakeholders, picking up stakeholders with that, it was pretty easy for us, because we already knew who were our stakeholders. Only thing is, minor adjustments here and there whenever the team is moving or the management is having the shuffle. We have to manage the resi here and there. So that was there. Gathering requirements from the business heads. So basically, gathering requirements is all about how much cost to be cut. So if it was for example, it was on 1 CR of cost to be cut, where it can be cut, whether it is in a tool or beneath the tool, the object is what. So using that, we had the elicitation techniques, we had the BRD, we had the functional requirements. Functional requirements, as said, we had a clear objective on phone, chat, and email, as well as bot should be there in the new tool, whatever tool we are going into. So that were our functional requirements. Supporting that, the non-functional were the maintenance of the tool, the license of the tool, the connectivity of the tool should be fine. So these were the FRD, very clear.
Yes,
So yeah.
Akshay. Okay. Panel, you have any questions or before I jump into the next one? Okay, so I would ask Akshay.
Yeah.
So you said that you have done PRD and FRD, and before
Yeah.
that you have already known stakeholders. So you have just
Yes.
done the RACI matrix to segregate what the duties and responsibilities each stakeholders would, kind of stakeholders would do, and you have segregated them, and accordingly you have done the PRD and you have done the
Yeah.
elicitation of brainstorming. All
Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, so in the how what is a process model how you have used and
Mhm.
what UML models you have used to understand how users would work in this process.
I'm so sorry to break you, but the thing is, your voice is breaking. I'm not able to. You're not audible properly. Can you please
Is
repeat
it?
that for me? Yeah.
Is it audible now?
Yeah. Now it's audible. Go ahead.
Okay. What I was asking is, so you have worked on BRDs and FRDs, and thereafter you have gathered information
Yes.
from stakeholders.
Yes.
Stakeholder.
Mhm.
Uh, so in the design phase, how did you work on UML diagrams to,
Okay.
to to communicate the same to the developers?
Sure. Sure. So the UML diagrams in the design phase, actually, we know that it's the most important criteria where we have to explain it to the development team, because in the lame language which we gather the requirements, it cannot be explained the same way to the development team. So this was a new criteria for me, because being a fresher, I was just having the theoretical knowledge but not the practical knowledge. So here the observation and information technique was really very important to me basically, and helpful, because the team being a very short spoken, and the details what we have to give in to the development team was very crisp and clear. So the team usually followed the UML. In the UML we would follow the use case diagrams. So the use case diagrams, we would have a clear elaboration on what exactly the development team actually has to do. So coming to the UML, we used Visio, and in that we had the use case specifications and use case diagrams to be drawn. So according to whatever the needs of the team are. So for example, if we are working on login of the employee, that is our team of 12. So if we have to explain that to the development team, my senior BA used to have a clear description of the use cases with who is the supporting actor is the client, the database. So with that, we had the use case login. In the use case login, usually we have the contact ID code and password, not our user login, because it's an organization. So that specification has to be given to the development team. So for that, multiple use case diagrams were drawn according to the need of our project. So one was for login homepage, and one was for the phone chat bot. So it was on a step by step basis, and what are the requirements. So using this 100%, it's only the use case what we use. As I've already mentioned, it's a very small project. So for that, the development team were pretty enhanced with the use case understanding. So the specifications were very clear on what exactly we needed, and using that, we had a clear description on what the team wants, and we had the ice bar logging in very swiftly with the code, etc. So yeah, UML, we had the use case specifications and use case diagrams done, and using that we had communicated with the development team.
Okay, thanks, Akshay.
Yeah.
So,
You're welcome.
so collaborating in preparing UML diagrams, you have said needs.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
So, could we know your second project?
Yeah, second project is the project which was going on at the moment. That is the transition from IcePart to CRM. So now, as I mentioned, that we have a pretty good funding at the moment, and we had accumulated the cash flow. So now we are transitioning it to the CRM. CRM is where we have to gather the contact IDs, etc., and render it to the next team. So the project is completely followed by the agile methodology, because the change requests are done in a on a regular basis. So for that, we have our agile methodology going on at the moment. So what we are doing in this particular project is we have gathered the requirements as with the team with us, like what all the requirements which are needed for this transition, where in CRM we need few critical points like assigning the ticket to the product owner, etc. So these points were gathered by us, because being the senior most and tenured employee at the moment in my particular project, I was used as the brainstorming method by my juniors, and all the information from me, like the assigning the ticket to the product owner, and what are the dates to be mentioned, and how the ticket rendering to the contact ID has to be mentioned. So these few important steps were taken care by me, and we had used the tool named as JIRA for rendering user stories into product backlogs, and having them clearly mentioned in the team and going forward. So with this, we had collaborated with the product owner, and we have forwarded, and we are still working on the agile methodology at the moment. So yeah, we have regular sprint meetings in it. We have the sprint backlogs and the daily stand-up meetings, etc. So that is how we are going up into the agile methodology at the moment. We are using the Balsamiq and Azure for the prototyping, because for CRM we need prototyping too. So we are using those tools. Using those tools, we are clearly conversing it to the development team and giving our details.
Yeah, thanks. So,
Yeah.
we come to the. So you have said that you have gathered requirements and Jira, you have written down user stories.
Yes.
What are the important aspects in user stories?
So basically, in user stories, we have tasks and activities, features, etc. So it's a derivation from the product backlog. So what all are the details? So I was acting as a stakeholder actually, because as I've told earlier, that being the senior most employee, my juniors used to take the user stories from me, because I'm working in the project from past 6+ years. So whoever the new hire used to have to give the information to them, and they used to form the user stories and further render it into the UML diagrams and show it to the development team. So as your question asked, what are the user stories? It's a amalgamation of tasks and activities, features, etc. What all are required in the use case specifications, what like exactly like the use case specifications. So use case user stories is basically like what are the tasks, what all we handle in the day-to-day activities in the facilities and logistics, what are the building activities, what are the features mentioned in it. So basically it's a amalgamation of both. So it's a complete list of tasks and activities, features, etc. So it's a subset of a product backlog, you can call it as.
What? Okay. What is the definition of ready, Akshay?
DOD, it's a definition of
DOR.
DOR is definition of ready, and DOD is definition of done. So definition of ready is basically it should meet the criteria before start and taken. So definition of ready, to be very honest, how it is when the product is packed, basically what we wanted. Once it is packed, it is ready to dispatch and ready to deliver to us. So that is called as definition of ready. In my project aspect, if you want me to ask, how did we go ahead with the definition of ready? Whenever the tool was ready for the UAT process and all the features were waiting for us to be tested, so that would be called as a definition of ready. And once the project UAT was completed and all the marks were ticked, then it is called a definition of done. So whenever we had a UAT process, we had a definition of ready and DoD done, where whenever it was up for testing in the UAT, we had whether the phone is working, the tool is ringing, the number is showcasing, whether we can accept the tool. So if all the ticks are met, then it can be converted into DoD.
Okay.
Yeah.
In definition of ready, we would have user story, acceptance criteria.
Yes.
We
Yes,
have
we
business
have.
value. We should have
Yeah.
complex points. If
Yes,
all these
complexity points and
criteria,
big.
yes, if all this criteria is met, then we would give the sign off to the definition of ready. Is it not?
Definitely. Yes, yes. But yeah, that is the actual procedure of the theoretical way. But coming to the project's point of view, usually we just have the acceptance criteria done with the clear information on how the acceptance criteria are taken place with the help of BV, because we do not consider CP at the moment. In my particular project especially, so with that we are forwarded to the DoD.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, can you explain about sprint ceremonies, Akshay?
You're talking the spring meetings you're talking.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, so we had daily stand-up meetings followed with the sprint reviews, sprint retrospective. We have 5 of them, depending upon varying on what are the meetings to be held according to the project's uh, traceability, where exactly it is. We have the sprint planning, where how much before the start of the sprint, where how much time would be taking place, how many people would be needed, and what are the dependencies basically. So followed that, we had the as I've just mentioned, the sprint backlog, where a combination of sprints, we use the stories, all everything is taking task features, everything is taken into the action and then forwarded to the the daily stand-ups, the sprint begin, where the user stories are converted into sprints, where each and everything is followed by the JIRA tool, and we are taking place with the daily activities. And the most important thing we have on a daily basis is the daily stand-up, where the progress and any changes, any difficulties are discussed with the team internally, and go forward. As I said, that we are still following the agile methodologies. We have the sprint review. It has to be converted post the project, but on a regular basis, on a couple of months basis, we have a sprint review, where like one thing, if it is completed, like a chat medium is completed, we have what went wrong, what are the lessons we can learn from the project sprint basically, any incomplete user stories, then we again start the user story and try to complete it. So basically it's a subset of everything, where whether everything is done normally or not. So if it has to be started again, then the new sprint has been started. So retrospective we have not done yet. So once the project is completed, then we are planning to do the retrospective, but what best we can do in the future.
How many sprints are completed till date?
At the moment, we have completed around close to 15 to 16 sprints, which are done, because each sprint are close to, it depends on how diverse it is. So by that, we have completed around 15 to 16 sprints.
At the end of sprint, you might have gone through the sprint back meeting. Is it Akshay?
Yes, yes. And end of this sprint, basically, we have the backlog. If there are any sprint review, basically, if there are any user stories which has to be taken care again, we have again start up the new sprint. So based on the user stories, basically, we work on that. So our user stories, as I've said, it is a very clear medium and critical medium, where details of the requesters are mentioned over here. So based on that, we work on it.
Yes, Akshay. Could you explain about how you have worked on the testing environment? I believe for the second project it's in process, but in the first process you have already worked in this
Yeah, so
process.
coming to the testing, I would have called it more as an UAT because after more than this 6+ years of experience, once I've completed my post graduation, I was hired with Amazon for close to 15 months as a management trainee. So my work there is completely about the UAT process. So that has been very helpful for me. Being a fresher again here in this particular role, being a full-time employee, there I was just a trainee, management trainee, helped me to the UAT process. So whatever the UAT process since the beginning of the 6th year till date at is taken care by me. So how do we follow the UAT process here? Apart from the theoretical ways, whenever the each and every uh, medium is been left out, like as we say waterfall, each and every like if this requirement gathering, the phase has to be completed completely. So for each and every phases, we have the UAT testing done, especially in my team, because once it has been deployed and when it has been dispatched, the change over there, it would be very difficult for us and it will cause a hindrance to the team. So for that, we had the UAT done. How the UAT was done? It's very clear. We had a single page document where all the criteria have been met. That whether we are able to log in, whether we are able to receive the tickets information, what is the ticket information, how we're able to log in, and are any difficulties faced, etc. So if all the criteria are met, then we forward it to the next phase, and so on and so on. So that is how we have followed the waterfall methodology using the UAT. UAT was taken care by me because I've already hold around 15 months of experience in Amazon, and there I used to do in a UAT on a daily basis for the packaging. So I hope you got the point what exactly I'm talking about in the UAT, Harish.
Yes, Akshay.
Yeah.
Uh, Panel, do you have any questions to ask Akshay?
I think I have got mostly Harish. Yeah, he answered well too. Okay, the one who can I involve for a minute, please, if you don't mind?
Sorry, Anil, I'm not able to get you. Can you please be a bit louder,
And
please? Yeah.
no, so I just want to ask you, like, you
Yeah.
have used Power BI and SQL, right? So could you
Yes.
please let me know what exactly is your understanding about SQL and Power BI and how a business analyst uses it?
Yeah, yeah. So coming to SQL, what exactly we do is, as the team holds data basically. Earlier we used to use Excel also, but at a recent basis now the team uses SQL, the structured query language, because we have the basic operations. Because whatever the data is saved in the database, like suppose if there's a request raised today for a particular building. So whatever the data the requester has put, like they are facing a so and so problem, it is stored in the database. So for the future, whenever the same requester contacts us back, so for that we have the database. So on a monthly basis, we have the rendition of all the database to check what is the dissat and sat basically. That is the main reason why you use structure query language, where we check on the tickets on what are the dissats, how many dissats are mentioned in the tickets. So having those information, we have the new records in the database, adding them in the new records, and contact back the requester on what was the issue they faced that they have given the dissat. Then whatever the requester tells us, we try to resolve it and then delete the record from the database. So for that, we use the structured query language. What's the basic operations what we use. And coming to Power BI, Power BI is used by the development team and the supervisor. It's not used by our team on precise, but to give you a basic information how the team uses it is for the internal management, like whatever the 15 to 16 people are there, whatever the 16 employees are working to the particular project. For them, what is the SLA and what are the breaks taken by the team? Are there any deviations? When were the team logged in? When were the team logged out? What is the total hours of working? So to represent the data, retrieving it from the database and showing it into a very colorful and informative through the daily stand-up meetings, the team uses a Power BI and gives a presentation on. We can understand the numbers on a daily basis. So that is the entire overview of the SQL and Power BI and how we use, and on a day-to-day basis, basically. Yeah.
Okay, so you are directly not involved in either SQL or Power BI.
No,
So there is a
I'm
team.
involved. Yeah, so there's a team where they take care of the Power BI activities. Basically, the development teams, to be very precise, where they take the information from our given team only. So whatever we have stored in this database, they retrieve the information from that and they present it to us in the daily stand-up meetings, or to show where exactly the project is, what are the criteria to be met, what are the difficulties to be met, and what is the day-to-day activities we employees are doing, like how is the team performing, etc. And coming to the SQL, we all have hands on it, but not on an in-depth way. Just we have to check the dissets and sats of the team. So SQL is taken care by the junior, which are at the moment, because they have trained for it on how to retrieve the data, add the new data, and delete the data. So even I know it, but we do not work on it at the moment because we used to work earlier in Excel, and now the team is completely shifted to SQL from past a year or so. So yeah, I have a detailed information, but it is a basic operation what we use on a day-to-day basis on our project.
Okay, Akshay, I understand. So one more thing is, as per
Mhm.
your words, you are using Power BI to show how the team is performing, right?
Yes,
How the
yes,
team
yes.
is working, the
Yeah,
visualization.
yeah,
So
yeah.
don't you say while explaining to stakeholders, if required,
Mhm.
do you got any chance that you have to do some basic visualizations in Power BI at any time
Uh, till
while
now,
speaking with any stakeholders? Yeah.
no, till now, whatever the basic information to be given to the team, because presentations and all are taken care by me, but the
Okay.
presentation for the verification process is been sent to me by the junior BA, whoever is working with me. He sent me the data visualization software on what exactly the data looks like. If there are any changes, I get back to them and it is forwarded to me. I render the data and I show it to the stakeholders whenever required. So in our basically team, the stakeholders which we forwarded to them, they are we go ahead mostly with a Word document by sending them the leaflets on what exactly the project is going on. Whenever there's presentations, we have a 1 or 2 pages of slide given on the numbers basically. As I said that our numbers are very small. One is the SLA, one is the break timings, and one is the overall project structure. That's it. We do not have much more numbers and complexity where we have to showcase. So it's a very small thing basically. We used to have charts before, but now we have a small uh, presentation on what exactly the numbers is.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Also, Madhurima, right? So the one who is taking the host seat.
Yes, hi, Anil Anusha here.
Anusha. Anusha, so if you don't mind, like this will be in online, right? The mock interview will be on YouTube channel, right?
Yes, online only.
I mean, it will be kept in YouTube, your YouTube channel, if I'm not
Yes,
wrong.
yes, yes. It is record.
If
I'm
you
already
don't
recording.
mind, if you don't mind, could you please drop my candidature for today? Because there is my sensitive, I mean, personal information. I don't know about this.
Mm-hmm.
Just now I saw a YouTube video. Could you please drop my candidature for today? I will join
Okay,
in next week and I will take the mock interview next week, okay? Because there is my
okay,
personal information in the cover letter.
Okay, I'll inform your details to the HR team so that they will
That
be
will be
contacting
grateful.
you. Okay. Today,
Yes.
today I'll inform them. Tomorrow you can give your candidature to
I
them so that
will,
in
by
the
the
next.
end of the day, I already pinged my profile owner, okay,
Mm, mm.
because I don't have any idea about that. Tomorrow I
Okay,
will talk with him one more time, okay?
fine. I'll
Yeah.
also inform the HR team about you.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, team. So shall I display another offer letter, cover letter?
Yeah,
So
yes, please.
Prem, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Hi. Prem, I'll be displaying your cover letter. Just a minute.
Yeah,
Are you ready?
yeah, I'm ready. But no, but my
Mm-hmm.
mentor is not informing me about that. But it's okay, fine. I will take.
Just give an attempt, okay? Give a try about it.
Yeah. I will
Okay?
try.
No worries. So, team, please look into this cover letter so that you can ask the questions to Prem.
Hi, Prem. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
Yeah, God is good. Life is great. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. Could you please tell us about yourself?
Yeah, first off, thanks for this opportunity. So, I'm a business analyst with overall 2.6 years of diverse experience, including 2 years, 6 years in software development lifecycle in both traditional waterfall and agile methodology. And I'm proficient in requirement gathering, creating essential documents, and visualizing the requirement through UML diagrams and prototypes. And I have expertise in Agile Scrum methodology by collaborating with various stakeholders, creating the user stories, and managing the sprint backlog and utilize the tool JIRA. And I have experience on Power BI and SQL for data analysis, also having experience on Tableau for data visualization, and I designed the diagrams and prototypes with MS Visio, Balsamiq, and Agile to ensure the clear communications and collaborations. So overall, I have worked on multiple projects such as John Lewis Partnership and the Order Management System, where I successfully gathered and understood the requirement and collaborate with the stakeholders and translate the business challenges into effective solution. That's it.
Thanks, Prem. So you have mentioned that you have worked in multiple projects. You have 2 projects you have mentioned in here, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Order management system you have mentioned.
Yes, that is my first project.
Okay, fine. So what is the software model being followed in development of this, in working on this project? And how was your journey in till the completion of this project? Could you please explain?
In which project that you're asking for?
Order management system.
Yeah, okay. Let's say as a business analyst on the order management system, that is an system efficiency enhancement project. So this project aimed to improve the order management efficiency and the customer service processes. So in this project, my responsibilities were focused on supporting the gathering and documenting the requirement and facilitating the communications between the business stakeholders and the technical team. So one of my key responsibilities was to conduct the enterprise analysis and develop the business case document in collaboration with the senior BA. So this involved conducting the stakeholder analyzing and utilizing the tools such as RACI matrix to identify the project stakeholders and the roles and responsibilities. And I work on documenting the existing flows and help identify the areas for improvement. And we utilize the elicitation technique to gather requirements from the various stakeholders, such as order management, customer service, and logistics team as well. So I have helped preparing the business requirement document and functional specification, ensuring accuracy and clarity. So my role was to support the senior BA in translating the business needs into technical requirement. So after that, to visually represent the requirement, I support the diagram creation, such as UML diagrams, wireframes, prototypes. I have used tools like MS Visio, Balsamiq, and Agile to provide the stakeholders with the visual representations of the system functionalities and user interface. And during the testing phase, I supported the QA team in developing and executing the test cases and participated in user acceptance testing as well. So this user acceptance testing experience allow me to understand the importance of testing to ensure that the system enhancement meet the desired business outcomes. So in this order management system project, my overall role was to act as a bridge between the business stakeholders and the technical team to provide a regular update to my senior BA, ensuring all the team members were aligned with the project objectives.
Thanks, Prem. So I assume that you have followed the waterfall model in development in working on this project, is it?
Exactly.
Okay. Fine. panel, do you have any questions?
Yeah. So hi, Prem. Good morning.
Good morning.
So as you mentioned earlier about the enterprise analysis being done in the order management system, can you please explain more about how it was done and how did you follow the enterprise management protology?
Okay, enterprise analysis is nothing but a pre-project activity. It is an existing
Okay.
system. We are working in that. So we just do the gap analysis, feasibility study,
Okay.
and a SWOT analysis like that. How we have, I am documenting in this project. I have document all those things. I supported the senior BA. So this is my first project. I'm not did in full with my own. I
Okay.
everything do in my guidance of the senior BA. So I have the knowledge of how to write SWOT analysis and how to look and prepare and understand the gap analysis. What is the current state and the future state? So I
Nice.
have
Okay.
a little knowledge about that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Good. So and coming to the visual diagrams, whatever you have drawn to understand the development team better, can you please give us insight on it? What exactly were done? What are the diagrams and how were the use cases done? If it was Visio and if it is Balsamiq, how it was done? Just an overview on what exactly you've done.
Okay, so basically I have created many activity diagrams and a use case diagrams one.
Okay.
So in my last project, I have created a two-step verification project. So it is my John Lewis partnership. So the main goal of two-step verification process for user login into the John Lewis partnership application, ensuring that all the users go through additional layer of the security when accessing their account, especially when their password expire within 24 days. So the two-step verifications would be the OTP verifications and the third-party verifications.
Okay.
So we have implemented the new features in that whenever the person want to log into the application, there is one exact feature step with that forget the password.
Okay.
So once he clicked on that, he have to enter either you have to enter the mobile number, either we have another option that is third-party application authentication. So people whoever don't want to using their mobile number, they can easily install that third-party application. So that is called a ping application.
Okay.
So whenever he want to log into application, he just entering the username, automatically one notification will be pop up. You have to accept it. So this is the flow I have designed of how the user once the user is entering the mobile number, what next step will happen, what next step we have to do. This is what I designed. Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, thank you so much for the details. I have the last question for you. As you mentioned earlier about the Agile Scrum methodologies with your experience, you used a tool named as JIRA. It has, yeah. So can you please explain me more? Like you've said that you have followed the waterfall methodology, and where was this Agile Scrum methodology used, and how was the JIRA tool used in your day-to-day activities, and how was it followed? Can you please give a overview of it? Not an in-depth review, but just an overview of it, please.
So overview in the sense, which means how I use the Jira application in my project, like.
No, first thing is when and where did you use the Agile Scrum methodology through which you have used the Jira? So you've said that you followed the waterfall methodology, right?
Yeah. No, in my first project, I have followed waterfall methodology, and the second one I have followed Agile.
Okay, so in Agile, can you please explain me the second project what you're working on?
Sorry,
The second project.
Second project. Right? Yeah.
Yes.
So the second project is John Lewis partnership. So in this project, my role as a business analyst. So my responsibilities were focused on requirement gathering, stakeholder management, and ensuring the effective communications, technical and non-technical stakeholders. So in this project, one of my primary responsibilities was to engage with the stakeholders from various business units. And I utilized the various elicitation techniques such as stakeholder interviews and workshops to gather and understand the requirement effectively. Then I would translate this requirement into clear and concise user story to ensure all the aspects were clearly defined. To manage the user stories and their prioritizations, I worked closely with the product owner and utilized the tool JIRA to maintain and update the product backlog. And
Okay.
I also used the prioritization techniques such as Moscow, FERBs to validate and prioritize the requirement before adding them to the sprint backlog. And I act as a SME to the developers. Like if they have any questions, I will answer them. And if it is required, I conduct a chat session as well, joint application development. And I supported the testing team to create more test cases. And I should prepare the client for UAT participation. And I additionally participated in agile ceremonies such as sprint planning meeting, sprint retrospective meeting, daily scrum to provide the feedback and drive the continuous improvement in the project. So actually, I played the role of the bridge between the technical team and the business stakeholders. This involves facilitating clear communication between the team and the individuals by translating technical jargons into understandable terms and ensuring that everyone had a common understanding of project objectives and requirements. That's it.
Okay, yeah, I got that. Thank you so much, Anil. Prem, sorry. It's been great.
Yes, thank you. Is my guys, is my project explanation? Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, Prem, I actually like
Prem,
the technical terms used.
Yeah, is it okay? Is it it is really acceptable?
The technical terms you used and the way you explained is pretty clear. I just have one suggestion. Just take it as a suggestion. Just when you explain, just to go a bit slow so that the other person can understand what you're talking about. If you rush, then the technical terms here and there would just flow out. So just a bit relaxed and a more calm way, you would definitely go ahead with it, because the explanation you're giving is very nice, but a bit slow and calm way would be the best. That's
Yes,
just
yes.
my suggestion.
Thank you. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
Thank you.
Okay, Prem. So can I ask? Can I?
Yeah, sure. Please go ahead.
Okay. Fan, could you please elaborate me the tools you have used in your project?
Yeah, I have tools of MS Visio, Balsamiq, Axure RP, and the Power BI, Tableau, JIRA, SQL as well in my project. So let's say if I use the JIRA for managing the agile project, particularly for creating and tracking the user stories and managing the product and sprint backlog, and also monitoring the project progress through burn down chart. Additionally, I use the JIRA to collaborate with the team during the sprint planning, daily stand-up call, and retrospective meeting, ensuring that all the tasks met the definitions of ready and definitions of done. And Power BI is nothing but a business intelligence tool to create an interactive dashboards. So as a business analyst, I use the Power BI for data visualization and reporting purpose. Let's say if I want to know the status of the process, for that, I just prepare the sample report. After that, I will show the report to my client, like what is the status of the project. Even the client also easily understand the process of the project. So this is how I can use the Power BI tool. So by using the Power BI, we will prepare some reports and dashboards with the help of data. And coming to Tableau, that is also nothing but the data visualization tool. So it helps us to get the insights from data, find the hidden trends, track the KPIs to make the business decision. So Tableau is nothing but the reporting tool. So using the Tableau, I can create the report and dashboard. So it helps me to simplify the raw data into easily understandable format. And SQL coming to. So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. This is a powerful tool that enables the user to communicate with the database. So I have used the SQL for querying database to extract, manipulate, and analyze the data. So I can use the SQL to extract the important information data from decision-making process. So as a business analyst, I just view the data. So based on the data, I will make the report by using the different reporting tools with the permissions of the database administrator. Yeah, that's it.
So you had worked on agile methodology, right?
Yeah.
How much you come? So had you worked on waterfall also?
Yeah, that is my first project. I have worked
Okay,
on,
so
I
how
follow the
much?
auto.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
So how much you comfortable you are with agile or waterfall, which you like to prefer most?
If I want, let's say, I definitely prepare the agile because in waterfall, the change request it is very difficult to handle that. But compared to agile, we will deliver the project every 2 weeks, and the client will start using it. And so it is very easy to work for agile because they will trust. Agile is basically they will trust me, trust the employees. We have because we know the agile manifesto rules. What are the things we have to do? How the approach? What are the approach we have to handle the project in way to completing the end-to-end project life cycle. So I definitely choose agile because waterfall is once the project starts, all the, let's say, entire goal will be delivered in a single goal in the project end itself. So compared to waterfall, I prefer agile because coding and testing happen in parallel in the during of the development of the stage.
Okay. See, your question is right, but I think you have to choose the words while describing, okay? So you can tell the situations, okay? Don't use the word difficult, okay?
Okay.
So you can tell the words situation based, okay? Like if it is predefined, then we can go for waterfall methodology. If all the whatever the functionalities or the budget and the team, each and everything is predefined, means we can go with waterfall methodology. And if the project is bit complex and require continuous interaction, means we can go with agile. So you can tell
Okay.
the situations, okay? Don't use the word difficult or don't make one less and one more thing, because what happens is if they are having some more methodologies also like waterfall, if you are using those words, they might thought, okay, this guy is not okay for this methodology. Okay, so they might can go thinking that way too. Okay, that's
Oh,
what I
understood.
can tell you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, just choose the words while describing. Okay, and
Yeah.
so have you ever got a chance to work as a Scrum Master at any chance?
Uh, no, I didn't get any chance to work as a Scrum Master. When my senior manager, a senior business analyst is not there in the particular day, then I have to take a responsibilities to handling all those things like gathering and documenting because I have only 2 years of experience. I'm doing it my best, but somehow every time the client have some different requirement and we are not expert on that requirement. So in such cases, I face little challenges to identify that and creating that. So that is what I faced in my last project, but not getting any Scrum Master role.
Okay, I got it. Fine. Okay, so you have not into any particular domain, right? So you're just into a normal logistics and commerce at these projects only. So if you get a chance to work with any new tool, are you ready to work on that?
Yeah, because actually, as a business analyst, I'm open to work on any domain or any technology that belongs to anything. That is our responsibility, right? So I will definitely take that. If you give the opportunity, I definitely take and utilize the opportunity to upskilling my skills, and I will definitely provide a good value of the company.
To the company. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Prem. This is from my side. And any other questions from the panel? Yeah, you can go on.
All done from my side.
Akshay, hope you are done too.
Yeah, I'm done. Thank you so much.
Okay, team. So we have another offer letter of Sheikh parchment. So I'll just display his offer cover letter once. Okay. Okay, just ask some few questions to Sheikh. Okay, the last of cover letter.
And guys, thank you for asking the insightful questions. It is really useful for me. Thank you for suggestion as well.
Yeah, anytime, Prem. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Prem.
Thanks, Prem.
Sheikh, are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Good morning, Sheikh.
Yes, good morning, Harish.
How are you?
Yes, I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm good, thanks. So, could you please tell us about yourself, Sheikh?
Yes, why not? So, I'm business analyst and I have been working for COEPD for last 9 months. I have two projects. First one was learning management system, and second one is apparel and fashion store, which comes in e-commerce. Yes, and now I'm looking for the good opportunity.
Could you please brief about your projects? Some more details about your project, what exactly you had worked on.
Yes, why not? So in learning management, our learning management project is designed to improve overall learning experience for the students while streamlining the administrative tasks. And it allows the students to enroll for courses, make payment, and access live and recorded classes. And
Yeah,
yes,
please
and
continue.
and that system provides a dashboard for students to track their performance and offers features like service requests practical sessions for practical sessions uh, and upon the completion of their theory classes and automated certificate generation upon the completion of the course and support for other queries they may have. So that was the brief about the learning management system project. And coming to apparel and fashion store. So our project was to develop an e-commerce platform for an apparel and fashion store, and the objective was to enhance students' uh, uh, project is to enhance the user experience and streamline the ordering and inventory processes and integrate advanced features like real-time inventory management and AI-driven customer support. So I was involved in all phases from requirement gathering to deployment and ensuring the project met the client's need and expectations. So that was the brief about my two projects where I on which I worked.
Okay. Sheikh, so your recent project is into Agile, right?
This recent project was on Agile, and it is learning management
Okay.
system.
Okay. Hope you have experience into stakeholder management.
Yes, actually, for stakeholder management, I was not directly involved. Yes, I was part of that. I was working under the guidance of senior business analyst as I was working as a business analyst intern. So I was directly not
Got you.
involved in stakeholder management, though
Okay.
I
Mhm.
participated while speaking with them.
Okay. Fine then. And what about even change management requests? So those things also, are you part of that or just you are like an intern?
Yes, for change request, I was taking care of that, and under the supervision of the senior business analyst and according to their inputs, I was analyzing the change request and I was analyzing the feasibility of the change request. Is it feasible in the given project scope and the budget and the timeline or not? And is there any is that change request is required or not? So I was part of analyzing the change request.
Okay. So while working on Agile, did you participated? I mean, had you done the documents like BRD and FRD?
Yes. I participated in that.
You worked on that or you participated on that?
I I, I worked on that.
You worked on that. Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. So two things from my side. First thing is when you are talking, just don't use the word by now. Okay. So it will be showing some attitude concerns because
Sorry, could
I
you
do
please
have
come again?
experience of. Am I audible to you?
Yes,
Am I
you are.
audible to you?
Yes, now you are.
Okay. While speaking, you are using the word right. Why not just try to reduce the usage of that word in interviews, please? Okay, so
Okay,
if anyone asks any questions and while replying, don't use that word. Don't use it, just try to reduce that word, okay?
okay. Thank you for your
Because it
suggestion.
will be showing some, immediately if you are responding with why not means it will be showing some attitude concerns. Okay, and the second thing is, I think while working on Agile, the BRD and FRD will be taken care by the development team. If I'm not wrong, the other panel members can correct me.
Okay. So sorry for that. There is a communication gap, I would say, because I was not expecting you are addressing to the agile project. I was thinking that you are just asking in common.
Okay,
Sorry
is
for
it?
that.
Fine. Okay, fine, and okay, that's fine. Okay. So sorry for that. And so you had the tools used, right? Like JIRA, Power BI, Tableau, Visio, Balsamiq. Okay. So could you please explain me how much you are involved with MS Visio and Balsamiq?
MS Visio and Balsamiq. Okay.
Yeah.
So, uh, yes, MS Visio I used for creating UML diagrams. UML diagram. So uh, my senior business analyst was handing over me few tasks, for a specific functionality, build, make UML diagrams like use case diagram. So I was giving a use case diagram for specific functionalities to uh, f- for my senior business analyst. And while working on Balsamiq, I was preparing mockups for the project. So in the learning management system project, I was creating the dashboard mockups, how it will look like, and to confirm that to confirm it is the exact requirement which our client wants or not.
Okay. So what I can understand is, as you are an intern, you are just into starting stage of business analyst, where you are still taking inputs from your senior business analyst, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine then. Okay, fine, Sheikha, and just jump from my end. And the other panel members like Harish, Akshay, you can go on, can take on the interview.
Yeah, so everything whatever I wanted to ask was very clear by you, Harish. So I have nothing apart from that. Yeah, the word which you said, why not? That can be reduced and can be just mentioned into sure. That's it.
I appreciate your suggestions and I will take care of that.
Yeah, anytime. And you can just substitute with the word sure. That would be much more appealing.
Exactly,
Okay,
yeah.
thanks again.
Right, in time.